Ladies and gentlemen, today, I want to talk about one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal, your mind. Your mind is an incredible machine, capable of incredible achievements, deep insights, and monumental discoveries. But it is also fragile, subject to doubt, fear, and self-sabotage. The way you think has the potential to elevate your life to heights you've never imagined or, if left unchecked, to hold you back and keep you grounded in mediocrity. The truth is, most people never take control of their thoughts, they are driven by them. But if you want to reach your full potential, you must learn to control your mind, instead of letting your mind control you. Why is this important? Because everything you do, every decision you make, every feeling you experience, starts with a thought. The way you think influences the actions you take, and those actions define the life you live. Thoughts shape your reality. If you consistently think negative thoughts, your reality will be filled with negativity. If you feed your mind with doubt, you will see obstacles in every opportunity. But if you train yourself to think positively, to believe in your potential, and to focus on solutions instead of problems, you will see doors open, possibilities expand, and success will seem within reach. You see, the battle for a better life is fought in the mind. Many of us live in a mental prison of our own making. We hold on to limiting beliefs, tell ourselves stories of why we can't succeed, and cling to old habits that sabotage our growth. But I'm here to tell you that you have the power to rewrite those stories. You have the power to change the narrative. But it starts with controlling the way you think. The first step to controlling your thoughts is awareness. Most people are unaware of the stream of thoughts that pass through their minds every day. They don't realize that they are constantly engaging in negative self-talk, doubting their abilities, or criticizing themselves for every mistake. But the moment you start paying attention to your thoughts, you will be amazed at how much power they have over you. So start by becoming mindful of what's going on in your head. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Are these thoughts helping me or holding me back? Once you're aware of your thoughts, the next step is challenging them. Not every thought you have is true. Just because you think something doesn't make it a fact. You might think, I'm not good enough, or I'll never be able to achieve that. But those are just thoughts, fleeting, temporary, and subject to change. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, ask yourself, is this true? Is it absolutely true? Or is it just a story I'm telling myself because I'm afraid or unsure? More often than not, those limiting thoughts are not grounded in reality. They are fears, insecurities, or assumptions that have no basis in fact. Now that you've started challenging your negative thoughts, it's time to replace them with empowering ones. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow. If you don't feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, negative ones will take over. Start feeding your mind with thoughts that uplift you, motivate you, and push you forward. Instead of thinking, I can't, tell yourself I can. Instead of thinking, I'll fail, tell yourself, I will succeed or I will learn. These simple shifts in thought patterns may seem small, but they have a profound impact on your mental state. But this is not just about positive thinking, it's about constructive thinking. You need to train your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems. When faced with a challenge, don't dwell on what's going wrong. Ask yourself, what can I do to fix this? Or how can I turn this into an opportunity? Successful people are not those who avoid problems. They are the ones who face problems head-on and use them as stepping stones to success. By training your mind to look for solutions, you are programming yourself for success. Another critical aspect of controlling your mind is learning to manage your emotions. Our emotions are often tied to the thoughts we think. If we think anxious thoughts, we feel anxious. If we think angry thoughts, we feel angry. But here's the secret. While you can't always control your emotions directly, you can control the thoughts that lead to those emotions. When you feel yourself getting overwhelmed with fear, frustration, or sadness, take a step back and ask yourself, what thoughts are causing these emotions? Then, work on shifting those thoughts. This doesn't mean you ignore your emotions or suppress them. It means you take control of them by managing the mental inputs that create them. Next, I want to talk about the power of visualization. What you see in your mind's eye, you are more likely to bring into reality. Successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders use visualization to condition their minds for success. They imagine themselves succeeding, performing at their best, and achieving their goals. When you visualize your success, you are training your brain to recognize opportunities and take the necessary actions to make that vision a reality. So start visualizing the life you want to live. See yourself achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, and becoming the person you want to be. Do this daily and watch how your mindset and your life begin to shift. But visualization is not enough on its own. You need to pair it with action. The best way to train your mind for success is to take consistent action, no matter how small, toward your goals. Action builds confidence, and confidence feeds your thoughts with positivity and self-belief. Each step you take, no matter how small, reinforces the idea that you are capable, competent, and moving forward. And when you take action, your mind starts to believe that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Let's dive deeper into this concept because it is that important. Think about the times when you let a single thought ruin your entire day. Maybe it was something as small as a comment from a colleague, a mistake you made, or a plan that didn't go as expected. In those moments, you handed over your power to that thought. You let it dictate how you felt, how you acted, and ultimately how your day unfolded. But what if I told you that you didn't have to? What if I told you that with the right tools and mindset, you could stop that thought in its tracks and redirect it into something more productive, something more aligned with the life you want to live? You see, controlling the way you think isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing how you interpret and respond to that reality. It's about recognizing that you have more control over your mind than you give yourself credit for. Just because a thought enters your head doesn't mean you have to let it stay there. You can question it, challenge it, and decide whether it deserves space in your mind. Let me share with you a powerful exercise to help you do this. It's called thought reframing. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, write it down. Literally put pen to paper and write that thought out. Then, underneath it, write a new thought. One that is more constructive, more empowering, and more aligned with the direction you want your life to go. For example, if you write down, "I'm never going to be successful," challenge that thought by writing, "Success takes time and effort, and I'm capable of both." Do this consistently, and you'll start to notice a shift in the way your mind processes challenges. Remember, your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it to think in empowering ways, the stronger it becomes at doing so automatically. But, just like physical muscles, mental discipline requires repetition. It requires consistency. It's not enough to do this for a week or a month. You need to make controlling your thoughts a lifelong practice. Another tool that is incredibly effective in shaping the way you think is gratitude. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you're telling your mind that abundance exists, that life is filled with positive things. This simple act of acknowledging what's good in your life shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. And the more you focus on what you have, the less room there is for negative, self-defeating thoughts. Think about this. A mind focused on gratitude cannot simultaneously be a mind filled with fear, doubt, or anger. Gratitude acts as a natural counterbalance to negativity. So, start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything grand. Sometimes it's the little things that matter most. Over time, this practice will train your brain to look for the good, even in difficult situations. But it's not just about positive thinking. You must also develop what I call mental toughness. This is the ability to face difficulties without letting them derail you. Life will throw challenges your way. There's no avoiding that. But how you respond to those challenges depends on your mental resilience. One way to build this resilience is by getting comfortable with discomfort. When you push yourself out of your comfort zone, whether it's taking on a new project, learning a new skill, or facing a fear, you're teaching your mind that you are capable of handling adversity. You're rewiring your brain to associate discomfort with growth rather than danger. Another key aspect of controlling your thoughts is self-compassion. Too often, we are our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for mistakes, dwell on failures, and replay embarrassing moments over and over in our minds. But here's the truth. No one is perfect. You are human, and humans make mistakes. Instead of tearing yourself down, practice speaking to yourself with kindness and understanding. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? If the answer is no, then it has no place in your mind. One thing you should remember is that thoughts are just that, Thoughts. They are not always an accurate reflection of reality. They are shaped by past experiences, emotions, and even unconscious biases. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. You have to learn to separate fact from fiction in your mind. For example, if you fail at something, your mind might tell you, "I'm a failure," but is that really true? Or is it just a temporary setback? Most of the time, it's the latter. Failure is an event, not a person. When you start viewing your thoughts through this lens, you'll find it much easier to control the narrative in your mind. Another practice that will help you control the way you think is mindfulness meditation. When you meditate, you're training your brain to focus, to observe your thoughts without judgment, and to create space between stimulus and response. Meditation allows you to become more aware of the thoughts that run through your mind, giving you the ability to choose which ones you engage with and which ones you let go. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. When a thought enters your mind, simply observe it and then let it pass. Over time, this practice will strengthen your ability to remain calm and centered, even in stressful situations. Another crucial point in controlling your thoughts is setting boundaries. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your thoughts. If you surround yourself with negativity, whether it's people, media, or situations, those negative influences will seep into your mind. You must be intentional about who and what you allow into your mental space. If you have toxic people in your life who constantly bring you down, it's time to set boundaries. If you consume media that fuels fear, anger, or anxiety, limit your exposure. Protect your mind as you would protect your body, because what you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. Let me also stress the importance of goal setting. When you have clear goals, your mind has something to focus on. Without goals, your thoughts can become scattered, unfocused, and prone to negativity. But when you set specific, measurable, and time-bound goals, you give your mind a purpose. You train it to look for opportunities, solutions, and pathways that will lead you to success. And when you achieve those goals, no matter how small, your brain rewards you with a sense of accomplishment, which reinforces positive thinking. Lastly, let's talk about forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. Holding on to guilt, shame, or regret keeps you trapped in the past, replaying negative thoughts over and over. But when you forgive yourself for past mistakes, you free your mind to focus on the present and the future. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means letting go of the emotional burden that's holding you back. When you free your mind of these burdens, you make room for growth, for positivity, and for new opportunities. Controlling the way you think is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, persistence, and self-awareness. But the rewards are immense. When you learn to control your mind, you become the master of your destiny. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, fleeting emotions, or self-doubt. Instead, you are in the driver's seat, steering your life in the direction of your dreams. So make the decision today, right now, to take control of your thoughts. Make the commitment to feed your mind with positivity, to challenge your limiting beliefs, and to take action toward your goals. Because the moment you master your mind, you master your life. And that, my friends, is the ultimate power. Finally, remember that controlling your mind is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Just like you wouldn't go to the gym once and expect to be fit for life, you can't train your mind once and expect lasting results. You need to cultivate mental discipline every day. Some days will be easier than others. There will be times when negative thoughts creep back in, when doubt tries to take hold, or when fear threatens to derail you. But if you've committed to mastering your mind, you will recognize those moments for what they are, temporary setbacks, and you'll have the tools to bring yourself back on course. So I challenge you today, take control of your thoughts. Don't let your mind wander aimlessly through doubt and negativity. Harness the incredible power within you to think constructively, to challenge limiting beliefs, and to replace them with empowering ones. Visualize your success, focus on solutions, and take action every day toward your goals. And remember, you have the power to shape your reality, starting with the thoughts you think. When you master your mind, you master your life. Thank you.